All right, so today we're going to talk about Shinto and what Shinto is. Shinto is the main religion for Japan there. Go ahead and make a bullet and write down Shinto. And so Shintoism is the main religion of Japan. It's been combined with nowadays with Buddhism, so kind of Shinto combined a little bit with Buddhism. And it's a belief that spirits existed in all things. So it's a belief that you had spirits and that these spirits lived in all things, like a river, mountain, field, and such. So for this, as I was saying, it's a belief that spirits listed in all things. You have like a mountain spirit, river spirit, forest spirit, and then a particular animal would then represent that. So in the river, you would have like a dragon, for example, because the river is very wavy, kind of goes back and forth, curvy, like the spine of a dragon. So you would have that. Now, keep in mind, a dragon in Japanese mythology is different than a dragon in European mythology. European dragon mythology is kind of like a magical creature, but you can still kill it. In Japanese mythology, a dragon is basically a god. So, yeah, can't really kill it. So it's very powerful. So in rivers, kind of more dragons. They're pretty powerful in Japanese mythology. Go ahead and make one and write down the belief that spirits existed in all things. The belief that spirits existed in all things. All right. So these spirits, they have a particular name that they have for them. So that's just called, spirits. They're called kami. So we're going to make it two. We're going to write down kami and then equal sign. And then we're going to write down divine spirits. So two kami and then equal sign divine spirits. So kami are divine spirits. And as that, there'd be a kami for each, river, forest, field. So for forest, you might have like a deer or a boar would be like the forest spirit would be kind of animal that represents them. In the field, you might have like a fox would represent them. So a fox spirit would be like your field spirit. And kami, they're honored at shrines. Usually for a shrine, you have a shrine gate. You can see a shrine gate in the picture here. This gate, according to mythology, spirits cannot cross it. So the spirit can't go for the gate. People can, but you can honor then the spirits at a shrine beyond that. Go ahead and make a 3. Kami are honored at shrines. And shrines can be something elaborate or something not as elaborate like you can see here in the picture, And generally, the first shrines, when they first started off back in the time of Jemmu and such, they would have just been some spot that was outside that, was just like a large tree or a large rock, and just where people would bring offerings, generally or flowers or like grain for the kami. So I guess 3 was kami are honored at shrines. Generally speaking, in Japan, families would usually have like a small shrine. I don't think I have a picture of the small shrines they have, but generally families do have like a little small shrine in their household or in their garden. Gonna make a 4 and write down families have a small shrine. So 4 families have a small shrine. So as generally families have kind of a small shrine that would be in their household or like out in a garden. They wouldn't have like the gate and everything. The Tori, sorry, this gate is called a Tori, Tori. So it's like a special gate, they can't get through. So they want to have like this in their garden. It would be more like a smaller, let's say it's more like a pedestal that goes up. And on the top part, there's like a hole that you can put stuff inside of. And there's like a little rooftop to it. I can't really explain it all that well. It's not very big. It would be like, it'd be like 4 foot tall. It's not very big. That's the best way I can explain it. Let's write down what a Tori is, though. So write down 5 and write down Tori, Tori. And then make equal sign and write down special gate. So we're going to write down 5, Tori, equal sign, special gate. So a Tori is just kind of the special gate. And generally beyond this gate, not always, but generally beyond this gate, if it's a larger shrine, you know, how someone that's in someone's like house and like in their backyard. If it's a larger shrine, this shrine would then have a water basin kind of beyond that Tori gate. And that's where you put your hands in. That's like supposed to purify your hands. Think of it like holy water, kind of the same thing. And generally, after you go to the shrine, generally you're going to pray for something, just for some type of special need. So generally, when you pray for some special need. You know, just very similar to Christianity and so forth. You might pray for, you know, a child's health, good harvest, success on a project. You know, very similar to Christianity when people pray to God and so forth. And so in this case, you're praying to the kami spirits, and those kami spirits can either make good or bad things happen. You know. Gotta make it 6 and write down pray for special needs. So pray for special needs. All right. And that will end this section of notes.